Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Isn't the day fabulous? The sun is shining, so we're all happy. I hope you've managed to get out in the garden or do something lovely, maybe a walk to the gate or around the block. I hope you're all well. My name is Toni and this is a How to Craft network where we love to play with our craft product, with whatever it may be. We don't do soft craft, but we certainly like paper craft here in the Stamps by Me studio. So if you are watching for the first time, that subscribe button is there. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, and there is a little bell which gives you half an hour notice, and a little HD button which will give you a better viewing experience if some of the graphics are a little bit off. So don't forget to click that one. So let's say hi to everyone. I can't believe we're on time. I was actually chatting right at the very beginning because I was ready for the first time ever. So hi Michaela, Sue, Wendy, Amanda, Tracy, Carol, Kay, Enid, Karen, Linda, Maureen, Rosie, Susie. There is a few of you on today. I didn't expect a lot of you on today because I know a lot of you will be appreciating the sun, which is absolutely fine, and this is why we have the YouTube channel, so you can watch it later with a cup of tea and a biscuit. We love a biscuit. So in today's studio we are going to just play with some earlier products. And have I got anything to tell you about? So I'm on Create and Craft on Tuesday with the embossing folders. You can sit tight, you have your embossing folders. If you missed out, they are on Create and Craft on Tuesday at 10:30. 10:30. Simon's here on Monday, 1 o'clock. That's it. Anybody want to remind me of anything? I don't know. Did you see the channel yesterday? Did you watch me and Claire in action? It was quite good. Having two people definitely puts you at ease. It was super cool. We had a great show and everything sold out. But however, she is taking her products to Create and Craft at some point, and I'm sure she'll let you know when she has some confirmed dates. So shall we have some fun? Oh, I have popped some £5 stamps over on the FBL for Super Stamp Saturday. The design team have decided that they are doing Super Stamp Saturdays on Fridays, so I've decided that we'll reduce some stamps if you don't have them. That's it. That's all I've got to tell you. Shall we play? So, in today's studio, we're going to have a play with the retro stamps, which is this one. But if you remember in last show, we did play with the garden elements with the lovely tree and the sort of dandelion clock, which was this one, if you remember. And I did say I'd do a giveaway for this one, so I have a name picked and I'll shout it out at the end. But we are going to be playing with this one today, and we're going to mix it up. I'm also going to be using the lovely Tidy the Bow. This is one of our earlier ones, one of my favourites. We use it all the time. This is available as well if you like it. But as always, don't switch off if you don't have the products. You might have something in your stash that will work. So let's have a look. Any questions? Shout them out. Lots of exciting stuff coming soon for you. So let's have a play. We're going to do 2 cards today. And I've done a little bit of prep here. So we're going to do a black one and a goldy sort of one. So let's get our Eureka. Now this is just a vision again. I have no idea if it's going to turn out all right. But again, it's a piece of paper. It can go in the bin, which I've told you last week. All of my work went in the bin. It was a nightmare. Just could not get the vision onto the paper. Crazy, hey? And I know you all get that. So let's go ahead and be creative. So I've got a piece of white square card. White square card. I promise you I have not been drinking. Oh, one of those days, hey? It's the sun. It has this effect on me. So let's use this one. So at the end of this show, if you pop a comment below the live video after I've gone off air on... I'm not with you on Tuesday because I'll be at TV. I've got to go to TV, actually travel 5 hours. But Wednesday, that's me. Wednesday, we'll pick a winner for this stamp, okay? So if you pop a comment under this live video after I go off air, we'll pick a winner for Wednesday. And today's winner is here for the one that we did the other day. So I'm going to be using this one, which is the long sort of design. I'll just show you on here first. We actually see the long design on here. It's beautiful. It actually looks like It's been stamped several times. It's come across the water, and you can do it in bright reds and browns. It looks really, really beautiful. Oh, Toni, you have vision. Can I have some, please? Oh, I tell you, it's pants at times. Right, so I'm just going to pop this across the bottom. So I'm just going to go with this one in jet black, first of all, because we're doing 2 cards at the same time. If you're doing 1, make 3, but on this occasion I'm going to do 2. But if you are stamping out, do several. Then you've always got those spare cards in your stash. It's going to be really weird going back to TV on Tuesday, I have to say. I do have to say. I'm excited about seeing everybody. But again, it's still a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it, I suppose? We've been cooped up for so long now. So let's stamp this lovely design out in black. So these are brilliant for your envelopes and things like that, because you've seen me demonstrate them lots before. But I'm going to use them as a bit of a background today. So if you were a Happy Stampers Festival ticket holder, did you get your letter today saying that now it's Stamping Together Festival and myself here at Stamps by Me are running it? Did you get letters? If you didn't and you would like to attend that show, which is in Port Sunlight in Liverpool in October, you need to go to Stamping Together Festival on Facebook and register your interest. You can pop your email in there, and then we can do a mail shot closer to the time, because at the moment we don't know what's happening in the world, albeit a lot of restrictions have been lifted. That can change at the drop of a hat, we know that. So please email us in happystampers.co.uk or stampingtogetherfestival.co.uk or Stamping Together on Facebook. Okay, just let us know. So that looks beautiful in black. Look at that, so cool. But what we're going to do is we're going to do another one, because we're doing 2 cards at the same time. I'm going to do this one in gold. So I'm going to do this one in gold embossing. Make sure it's the right way around and it reads right. There we go. Oh no, I'm not doing it in gold embossing, am I? I'm doing it in pink. Pink. Doing this one in pink. So I have my Distress Oxide. So I had this one, which was the one lipstick, but when I took the lid off, it was pretty much non-existent. It's really light, isn't it? So I thought, oh, I'll get a picked raspberry, because picked raspberry in the normal colour, isn't it? It's quite dark. Let me just show you. I thought, oh, this will be darker than the warm lipstick, but then when I take the lid off, not very much, not different at all. So I feel like I've wasted my £5 now. I'm so tight. Oh, so it's not as dark as I'd anticipated, but anyway, we're going for it. So I'm using the picked raspberry oxide and the picked raspberry dye, and hopefully we'll get a bit of contrast. So let's get this on here. Tight Toni. Thanks, Amanda. I've been called worse, it's fine. So let's stamp this one out. But I'll push down. So you remember with our session about inks, this is a ink that takes longer to dry on the surface. So you can heat emboss with this one. And it sometimes needs heat setting because it stays wetter for longer, but you can see how gorgeous that one is across there. So that's with the oxide picked raspberry, but I would like to see if we can, in some areas, get it a little bit darker. Now I'm probably going to ruin it, but I'm just going to add some dark and see if it does anything different. It probably won't, but I'm going to try. No, not made any difference. So it just shows you that mixing the colours doesn't make a blind bit of difference. So let's just clean our stamp. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sort of like do an ink blended area on here. Normally we would do the watercolour swatch and we'd pick it up with our cardstock, but today I'm going to mix it up a bit. So let's just get rid of this stamp. So that's the end of that stamp. So this was a brand new stamp. I've only used it twice, so we will give this away. Put that to one side. So let's do a little bit of ink blending then. Try and keep our paws clean. It looks nice. I'll just pop this on here. And I think we'll go with the oxide again. I'll just grab my blending brush and some cardstock. Make sure I've got a clean brush. So I'll just clean this off. A pickled onions. What, a pickled onions ink pad? What have you lot been eating today? Or drinking? Pickled onion. My gosh. I'm just cleaning my ink pad here if you are wondering what I'm doing. Thinking about a pickled onion. Could you imagine saying that? I'm just going to pick up some of this oxide pink and just see how it fares up first. Oh, so let's get some colour on here, hey? I'm just going to do like a halo, like a circle of colour here, and you'll see why in a second. Let's get some colour on this brush. Carly Duff calls it pickled raspberry. Does she? Do I need to challenge her, Kathleen? So the Stamping Together Festival, Tracy, is it's in email. So it's stampingtogether@googlemail.com. But if you can't find it that way, if you go to Stamping Together on Facebook, we are on there now as well. So I hope that helps. Pickled raspberry. She does not say that, surely. Mind you, have you heard how she says gouache? Goosh. Oh, we can't pick on Carly today. He'll beat me up. So let's get this halo here. So I just want a little halo in the centre. She's definitely beat me up if she's watching. She's probably too busy. Probably out on a bike with basket on front. Or cleaning a doorstep. Don't you normally clean a doorstep on a Friday morning? She's so going to beat me up. Stop it. Stop encouraging me to be naughty. So there we go. So I've got my little halo there. So let's move on. That's the pink one. Let's bring in our black one. Let's just get rid of the pink. And let's move on to a different colour. Let's see what we've got going on down here. So I have, let's go green. Green and black. Quite nice, isn't it? Decoupage. Oh, poor Carly's getting it today, isn't she? We love Carly, don't we? Yeah. She's a good egg. She's a good egg and she's a very hard worker. Right. Let's get a nice green on here. There we go. So let's pick up some of this green. This is a nice. And again, I'm just creating that lovely halo. And if you haven't got our blending brushes, I would recommend them highly. They don't bounce. They don't have a bouncy handle. Let's get a little bit darker if we can in that centre. Looking a bit odd at the moment, isn't it? But I have a vision. I'm happy with that one. Have you heard how Toni says autonomal? How's it meant? Is that not right? Oh my gosh. You're giving me grief today. Autonomal. 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 I don't know. Come on, Lindsay. Spit it out. Right, let's get some splats on here. So I'm just going to take my water, just going to dip my fingers in today because I'd like a nice big splat. I'm just going to splat it onto that green, literally get some big ones on there. Give that time to activate. You can see already it's sort of bleaching out. I'm just going to give that a second to work its magic. So the longer you leave it on there, the more colour that comes out of your card. So I will give it some time while you all give me grief. Autumnal. Autumnal. Oh, gosh. It's a good job I didn't drink, Lindsay. Autumnal. Autumnal. Autonomal. Oh my gosh. I've been saying it wrong all this time. I'm putting it down to being Yorkshire. Let's pick up this green. There we go, look at that. It looks super cool when you take that colour out of there. Look at the green. I haven't done the pink. Let's take it off the pink. I think I need a chocolate orange. I tell you, I do not need a chocolate orange. I've had so many treats from you lovely ladies and gents at home. One lady sent me a box of 8 chocolate oranges. Another lady sent me a chocolate orange. I've had a pickup tool, which I've just sharpened, from another lovely lady. I had a brooch. I get so many gifts. And those chocolate oranges are not sitting very well, you know. Although I do love them. Thank you. But yeah, I do get a lot of treats off you guys. Cadbury's cream eggs. My gosh, stop. So we're going to use these lovely 2 dies here. And I don't know if I'm going to use them both, but I am going to cut them both because they're going to be a decorative element on my card. And I'm just going to grab a piece of white cardstock. So that looks pretty cool in itself already, that. I'm really pleased with that. So let's just die cut our elements here. So these are the lovely foliage ones. They're huge. You can see how big they are. I'll just pop them behind this. So they're really, really big. There we go. You can see really, really big. And you can snip into them too if you want to. But these are some of my all-time favourites. I know a lot of you have these. So I'm just going to pop these up into this corner and then... so I can get them both on. There we go. And we'll just run this through our machine. So I'm using cut and boss. They should cut absolutely fine. So let's pop these out. So these are just white, and I feel like the white will look really cool against the colour on our card. So when you take it out, just give it a bit of a twist. I love this one because of the bud heads. You can pop diamantes and gems. You can cut it. You can make it Christmas. And Claire had some of these yesterday, which she has promised me. We'll see if it comes to fruition. I'll be messaging later. Did you remember? So let's go ahead and make a pretty card now. With the pink one, let's just dry this off with our gun first because it's still a bit wet. It's bleached out beautifully as the colour. Will you lot stop talking about chocolate eating days? Let's try our green one while we've got our gun on. Right, so I wanted to pop some sort of like twine around here, but the only twine I have is this brown, but I want to be a bit different today, so I thought, do you think we could paint it white? So I have my confetti white, and I thought if we can make it look a bit whiter than brown, I'm going to try anyway. I'm just going to grab my spray gun. So I'm just going to put some water into this sort of confetti here. Now, if it works, then this is very similar to gouache paint. It's a thicker consistency. I'm just going to mix some up here. I'm just going to dip, hopefully, the twine in, and it will hopefully make it a little bit white. So I want it off colour, if that makes sense. I'm going to use the twine colour for the green one, but for this pink one, I would like white. I might actually see if we can get white twine, because that would be quite nice, wouldn't it, for a change? So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the twine, I'm just going to wrap it around my card, see how much I need first. I'll snip it there, and then I know that's how much I need to dip into this white paint. I'm just going to put it in a ball. I'm just going to dip it in here, push it in. Get some white on there, just give another spray. Now I'll dry it with my gun. Just want it to be like, not white, not brown, sorry, look at that now. That looks awful, doesn't it? I'll just run it through my tissue here, and hopefully if I give it a blast off with my gun, I'll have something that looks a bit more vintage than twine. It's not done much, has it? Let's just have a look at the original. Oh, it has. Let's just tidy this up and let's dry it off. It has actually dyed it a little bit anyway, probably not as much as I'd have liked, but it has done it. So let's just get it untangled. You can obviously colour twine with your alcohol markers and things like that, but obviously we don't have a white alcohol marker. But it has actually gone okay. I'm happy with that. It's toned it down a bit. So just get it untangled. So let's get it adhered to our card. So let's just use some tape on the back. So we're going for like pink, white and gold on this one. So I'll pop some tape behind and we'll just get our twine. We'll adhere it to the back. And then we'll just pull it round. So it's still, if you look, you can just see it. What you probably can tell it was twine, but it's not as dark as it was, so it's okay, it's good. So I'll just adhere it down at the back. And then let's get it adhered onto some mirror. We've got that sort of mirror border there. So let's just get our glue. I am going to tape too. I'll just move this out of the way. That's a recipe for disaster. I am going to tape it too, so then it stays put. let's make sure it's all straight. I think it looks really pretty so far, guys. I'm pleased with that, thank goodness. So let's just get it on our card, and then we'll start on the other one, and then we'll put them both together right at the very last, yeah? So you can see them come together. So doing those like that process, 2 cards together, I think as well, it's really rewarding when you get 2 cards for your effort at the very end. So let's pop this one on. Now you can 3D this one with your pads if you want to. I'm going to go flat today though. A second to grab. Just pop it under my Eureka. And let's go on to our second one. So let's just get rid of that. There we go. So this one's going to be on black. So I have a black matten layer for this one. I'm going to go traditional twine. We're not going to make this one white. I'm just going to go normal on this one. So let's just turn it over. I think what we'll do as well is we'll use the foliage different on each card so you can see how different they look when you just swap out the foliage. That'd be cool. I'm just getting that regular twine now. I'm doing that around here normally. And just take the trim off. I just love twine, if you haven't gathered. Have I missed anything? I'm just crafting away here myself. I'll stick this onto our black matten layer. That's really cool, that green, doesn't it? I like the green. Mind you, I like the pink when it's straight. And let's pop this onto our card. In the centre there. Nice and straight if possible, Toni. Give it a second to grab. I like green. My craft room is green, Kathleen says. Where do I get the twine? It's twine that I've actually got in the shop. I couldn't tell you the name of it, unfortunately. I mean, I could pop it on the website if you want me to pop it on the website. It is pretty inexpensive, mind. But if you do want me to pop it on the website, let me know. I can cut it into meters or 5 meters, or to be fair, you can get twine anywhere really, but it's up to you. Just let me know. There we go. So let's just show you the pink and the green so far. Yes, please. Okay, I'll have a look at it. No problem. We have boxes and boxes and boxes of ribbon, twine. My gosh, we had the biggest ribbon racks when we first started our journey at Stamps by Me, and they've never actually come out of the box since we moved premise. They only get me digging through them every now and then. But yes, of course, I will have a look and see which ones I think people may like, and I might put them in meters on the web. No problem. Right, so we have our lovely 2 cards here, look. This one's got a bigger border than this one, but you'll be able to see what's going on. So let's just get rid of this one for now. So let's bring in our foliage. Now, I felt like our foliage should stay white, and we'll embellish it with either some sparkles, some sequins, or some glitter. So let's just have a look where we're going. Let me see here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to glue these in place first of all. I'm not going to glue them flat. I like the dimension, but it is personal preference. Some of the areas will be stuck flat to obviously help it stay to my card, but I like dimension. So I'm just going to stick the lower parts of this one. Have a look, what does that look like? We'll go there, yeah. So that's that for now there. Give that a second to grab. Let's pop this one in. These look beautiful in vellum. I know you've all done them in vellum before as well. And then let's pop a twine bow on there. So what I do with my bows is I always do double. So I get my twine and I fold it in half like so. I like long legs. Oh, I like long legs on my bows as well. So I always do it quite long. I double it up like so. And I cut that for now. And then I cut this. So it's like a double piece of twine. Then I just feed it through. Like so. Level legs and then tie a bow. I get sort of double the dimension, so you can see it sort of brings it together, but hopefully you can still move, that's it, you can still move your twine, separate it so you've still got that lovely sort of dimension in there, so you can see the layers. There we go. 1 2 3 1 2 3. See, and I like the legs just to do their own thing. I don't mess with them. I just think natural. And then the same on this one. Sorry, I've dropped my twine. Here we go. So same again. Fold it in half. Trim off. And then just trim it so it's a double. Then just pop it underneath. Tie the legs on. Just so it looks like it's holding our foliage in place as well together. And tie it in a pretty bow. So hopefully if you did buy this sort of postage stamp design set, this is another way to use it. So let's add some sparkle, and then we're going to add like a tag sentiment on there as well. So I've got my sparkles. So with this green one here, I think the only way to go is clear, because it might clash. So if we just do some clear ones on those small buds, the buds that I was talking about where they look incredible if you add sparkle. So if you've got your sort of your glitter glues, they look really, really cool. So I'm just peeling off these self-adhesive ones, which are really easy to peel off and stick on. I'm just going random. So not everywhere, I'll put some of the smaller ones on as well because they're super cute. So if you put diamantes on, just remember the weight up here, it might flop a little bit, so you might have to secure it down a little bit somewhere with some tape or some glue. Just bear that in mind. We're going rogue here today though. We see that, so I've got that little bit of sparkle on those heads of those sort of foliage designs there. Let me just pop one more here because it's looking at me. So we'll do clear on here, and then with this one we've sort of like got like nowhere really, so I'm going to pop the gems in and around, okay, but I am going to go light pink, and I'm just going to go around the artwork rather than on. So some small ones. Now I would probably add some sparkle to these because it's quite a big piece of white space, but it is personal preference. Let's just go here. So we have our 2 cards there. So you'll all have gems in your stash as well. And then ahead of time, I've cut 2 just sentiments I had from stamp set that I've just got over the corner. And I've got Lovely and Glamorous. And I did this one on black. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop. Now you could use your 3D foam. Just going to go glue here I'm just going to tuck this in like under here best I can, so it looks like a bit of a tag, although it's not. And then this one with the glamorous, which is on the same mirror board as this one. We'll tuck this one under too on here. Let's just sort our legs out on this bow. And there we go, 2 simple cards, tone on tone in pink, black and green on the black background. Hopefully it's inspired you a little bit and you have something in your stash where if you haven't got these products, you'll be able to create something similar. Hopefully, I'll just pop those there for you and I'll just step out of the way. There we go. So a little bit different today. That little halo just finishes it. But if you're not a fan of the bright colours in the centres, don't forget that you can skip the halo. You know, the bit of the blend in the middle. That is not a necessity. If you like colour, it's brilliant. But if you're not, you can skip that part. And here's one I did as well. Sorry, here's one I did with an embossing folder in the background. So I did the halo in the centre, but I did it with an embossing folder in the background. So very similar. I just highlighted the centre of the embossing folder just for a little bit of change, and I popped those little pink gems onto those sort of like berry heads as well. It's sort of like, if you want to incorporate your embossing folders, you can do that too. Okay, so I hope you like those. Halo makes it. I hope you like those. Let me see what you're making, if you're making anything this afternoon. But you saw how quick I did that. I did it from start to finish, other than the sentiment. So I know you'll be able to make some quick cards at home. So that's it for me today. It is now the weekend. Whew. So get to chill out a little bit, although we are working tomorrow. But yeah, so whatever you're doing, have a lovely, lovely weekend. The sunshine is out. Take a walk to the gate, around the block. See a friend. You are allowed now. Obviously, make sure you don't break any other rules, though. And just stay connected. That's what we're here for as well. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cozy, and I will see you Tuesday, but don't forget Simon is live at 1 o'clock on Monday. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye.